Hey friends, my name is David, I'm with Tar River Arms, and today we're going to be answering the question, why Glock? So working in a gun store, I get that question a lot. Why Glock? Why should I buy a Glock? What's so great about a Glock? Well, turns out there's a lot of cool things about a Glock, so we're going to get into those today. Real quick, in front of me, I got my Glock 17, a Glock 19, and then finally our Glock 43X in rose gold. It's a distributor special, and oh my gosh, is it gorgeous. First of all, these guns have been checked and they are all empty, as you can see here, and we'll be playing with them just a little bit during the video. Alright, so first of all, Gaston Glock, the genius that guy is, came up with the Glock. So it's a whole new way that a gun works. The Glock 17 itself has 34 moving parts, well, 34 parts to it, so it's incredibly simplified, and it is what it is. It's got its polymer frame that everybody knows Glock for. And in 1983 is when Glock won its first contract for the Austrian Army. 1983. Now, Glock disrupted a gun industry in 1983 when all those other gun companies like Colt and Sig Sauer and H&K, all of them, they've been around since the 1850s, H&K, 1942. It's incredible that they disrupted an industry that had like a 123-year advantage. So Glock obviously did something right. So we're going to be talking a little bit about that today. So Gaston Glock actually wasn't a gun inventor to start out with. That wasn't his main profession. But he invented the Glock 17, and in the early stages of it, of course, he invented the Glock 17, and around the Glock 17 he designed his manufacturing process, which means that it was incredibly efficient to build. If you want to go ahead and call Glock, they won't give you a tour. I know, I tried. So it's their secret way to go ahead and build some guns, so it saves them on price, which saves you on price, which is one of the reasons why Glock entered the system at a lower price and why everybody got them, because they're awesome. Alright, next we're going to get into reliability. Glock is quite possibly one of the most reliable guns out there. I've heard story after story after story, all anecdotal, about how these guns have fallen, holsters breaking, just some people being not very careful, fallen multiple stories, not firing, still working, things like that, not cleaning for years. I've seen some crazy stuff coming into a gun shop. Hey, my gun's not working. Well, it's because there's a dead frog inside. Anyway, the point is, Glocks just keep on ticking. Glock is incredibly unique. We've already talked about the 34 parts that have gone into the Glock 17. We talked about its design and the history behind it and everything like that. One thing I wanted to point out to you is the point of Glock itself. The frame lends to a better grip and a better holding of the gun so that when you do fire, it does, in fact, help mitigate recoil, which is crazy. So that's another unique feature of Glock that just helps new shooters shoot better and old shooters shoot fantastic. So that's really cool. One of the last things I want to talk to you about is just how prevalent Glock is in the market, that aftermarket parts are just everywhere, and you can get them for anything. In fact, Glock is so popular and aftermarket parts are so popular for Glock that you could build an entire Glock without any Glock parts, just from the aftermarket parts that you can get. So it's crazy. So reasons to get a Glock: 1, they're reliable. 2, they're not that expensive. 3, it's incredibly unique, and the form of the Glock itself lends to just better shooting. And then finally, all the aftermarket parts that you could possibly want on it, from a tiny little bayonet to some upgraded sights and maybe an increased magazine, are all available via the internet today for your Glock that you have. So feel free to stop by Tar River Arms, get some of these in your hand, see what you think about Glock, and leave your comments below. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications for our videos. We hope to hear some more from you. If you have any questions you want us to cover, leave those in the comments as well. Alright, thanks friends. I'm Dave with Tar River Arms, and thank you for spending time with us today.